This is officially video number 10 on my YouTube. It's Tuesday, April 7th. I didn't have anything planned to post today, but I have a schedule in my mind to post every Tuesday on YouTube. So wanted to do a quick update on how things are going. This is officially week number 7 in my studio space here in Gowanus, Brooklyn, and wanted to do a quick check-in on how things are going. Coming here every day to the studio has been great for routine and my mind, just to have a place to come and sit and be, active and present. I feel like without, an actual full-time job, I needed something in terms of a space and a routine to show up at, rather than just sitting in my apartment. So this space has been super helpful in grounding in that routine. However, there definitely are highs and lows in terms of how productive I am, how distracted I get in a given day, and just like mindset day to day in terms of how I'm feeling, on how things are going. It's the 7th week being in here, and I keep a daily log of kind of what I do in terms of different to-dos, different tasks, and I also put in the day that it's like which day it is in the studio. So like for today, it's Tuesday, April 7th, and then I put next to that day, I think it's day 32 of like days of the week in the studio. So like Monday through Friday, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just kind of adding up from there. So it's the 32nd day that I've physically been in the studio and, done the work of kind of like on the journey of figuring it out. So that is definitely grounding, when I'm looking at things, and maybe at a low point, I can remind myself it's the 32nd day. There is so much time. You have so much time ahead of you. You've come a long way since you moved into the studio, got the keys. So that is always a grounding kind of element of the day in terms of how I'm feeling, because there are low moments and questioning and self-doubt and all that stuff. I know and knew this would be hard, but it's a little difficult right now. This is video number 10. I haven't had a ton of traction online, and from the inside, it feels like there's a lot of pressure. There should be more traction. I should have more than, 91 subscribers, and I should be getting more than 100 videos or 100 views on my videos. But then when I zoom out, it's been 7 weeks. I've been coming here for 7 weeks. That's not a lot of time, and there really probably shouldn't be any expectation on, hey, you're gonna hit 500 views a video or X amount of subscribers. Yes, it's hard, it's difficult when there isn't that tangible, result and growth that you can see with numbers and metrics. Like that's easy to see from the outside for, people looking at what I'm doing, or just me like looking at my progress. It's easy to get caught in the numbers and, want X amount of views or X amount of subscribers. Like that is definitely helpful to kind of wind at your back in terms of growing and the trajectory that you're on. But that hasn't been there for me, and it's sometimes it's tough, but it's good to get perspective and saying, hey, let's zoom out. It's been 7 weeks. It'd be crazy to get any kind of significant growth from that point, and it's hard and difficult, but it's just a moment of like pushing through and taking inventory of your personal growth, like my personal growth during this time. Metrics aside, like I've had tremendous growth over 7 weeks. It's, the work and output I've done, and just kind of the clarity in terms of direction I want to go is definitely growing and different and good. Like things are progressing in a positive direction, even though the metrics of success are not, really there. You got to trust yourself that you'll figure it out, and you'll get there to wherever you want to get. But that's daily struggle for me to come in here and kind of get tied into like the numbers and the metrics of things. But just helpful to take zoom out and understand the perspective of where you are and what you were doing before, and just the amount of time you have ahead of you within the 7 weeks. And especially in March, I've kind of started to narrow down my focus a bit in terms of where I want to spend more time. And I've come back a lot to photography and my love for photography, and kind of using that as a medium. So in April, I definitely am going to continue focusing on photography, and explore more of New York, take more photos, try new things out with different cameras, get more experience, maybe doing paid photography work in the city, and also looking at opportunities to just get out and explore new areas, take new photos in terms of like street photography or other things that are interesting. So definitely learned photography is a key interest of mine. Obviously from the past, I've done a lot of photography, and I want to continue working on that craft. The second thing, which is more of a goal than a metric, even though I just talked about not having goals and metrics as much, is I have this creative studio business that I call Nothing Concrete. And that is sort of a lifestyle brand that I started the past couple years, kind of in the background. And I have a short-term goal for April within that business to generate $500 in revenue. I have this documented as my April goal to hit $500 in the month of April. It's April 7th right now, and I am at $29. Thanks to my friend Henry, who helped me with the purchase this morning. But the goal is to get to $500. This Nothing Concrete is sort of my creative outlet in terms of commerce and showcasing my work. It has historically been a clothing concept in the past. So I have a old inventory from previous launches and drops over the past year and a half. So those are discounted on my store. And then I am also releasing new products that are made to order that are from my photography, film photography, kind of like mixed media art. And then also kind of combining that into photo items that are printed on shirts, hoodies, all kinds of stuff like that, posters, and I guess also looking to put some of my photo prints on my website as well, which I will link in the video. But that is sort of a second goal for April. So it's kind of helpful to narrow down, focus a little bit more. I have the photography thing, which I'm trying to build out my portfolio in terms of portraits, street photography, commercial work, just kind of get more experience within photography this month. And then my $500 goal with Nothing Concrete Creative Studios. I'm trying to get rid of some old inventory, which kind of stored here, and then release a new made-to-order photo prints and photo-related concepts. So that's how things are going in April. Wanted to come here, get my Tuesday post up, have a big video coming next week, and then trying to figure out new videos, new things to do. And yeah, just happy with video 10, happy with my growth personally, even though the metrics aren't really there. Thanks everyone for subscribing, viewing my videos. I greatly appreciate everyone who is tuning in and who is following or subscribing, sending me messages. Really appreciate your support. Even though the general numbers are low, everyone counts, and I appreciate all the kind words and support. So that's it for today. I'll see you next Tuesday.